Hey guys, HotRod08 here, and welcome back to my new support item mini-series. One of the biggest issues I see with players in all ranks, but especially bronze through gold, is that everyone builds the exact same items in each game and never changes it up. Depending on your AD carry, your overall team comp, and the enemy's team comp, your items should be changing from game to game, and that is what I'm here to help you with. We've already covered the enchanter and tank items, and as the weeks go on, we'll touch up on starting items, boot choices, and AP caster items, with today hitting up on the utility and miscellaneous tank items. Now, the format of this video is going to be different than the other support items series videos, as the utility that the first three items can offer can be used in a wide variety of situations and will get repetitive. But the most common situations that you can use the utility for is to initiate a team fight or a pick, when your carries need extra peel to get away from enemies, when you need to disengage from fights, and when you need to catch up to enemies running away. But each of these items do it in a different way and have their own specialties. Finally, all of these items will be timestamped in the description and in the comments below. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting our list is Shurelya's Reverie, which costs 2100 gold and gives 40 ability power, 10% cooldown reduction, 200 health, and 8% movement speed. Shurelya's active gives the allies around you a 40% bonus movement speed boost for 3 seconds, which is on a 60-second cooldown. Now, Shurelya's Reverie is going to be the utility item that's best suited for enchanters and for team fights, as the item gives a decent mix of AP and durability, but its active effect is extra strong in getting an entire team to initiate team fights or giving your carries extra survivability and creating distance from enemies during those team fights. Shurelya's active is on a really short cooldown of only 60 seconds as well, which lets you use the active effect of this item quite often during the game. Remember that if you're an enchanter taking this item, you're not going to be receiving any heal or shield power to give a boost to your enchanter abilities. Overall, Shurelya's Reverie should be bought when you're an enchanter who doesn't need extra healing or shielding, but needs extra utility that specializes in helping with team fighting or peeling. Next is Twin Shadows, which costs 2400 gold and gives 70 ability power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 7% movement speed. Its active sends out 2 ghosts that seek out nearby enemy champions, revealing them and slowing them for 40% for 2 to 5 seconds, depending on the distance that the ghosts travel, and is on a 90-second cooldown. Now, Twin Shadows is going to be the utility item that's best suited for AP casters and to initiate picks, as the item gives a lot of AP but no durability. Its active effect is extra strong in slowing up to 2 enemies, giving your nearby allies the time to catch up to them and start a fight. The active is also really good at finding and catching people running away, as it finds enemies through the fog of war and can be up to a 5-second slow if they were a good distance away. Twin Shadows has an active cooldown that's longer than Shurelya's though, being at a 90-second cooldown. Remember that if you're an enchanter taking this item, you're also not going to be receiving any heal or shield power to give a boost to your enchanter abilities. Overall, Twin Shadows should be bought when you're an AP caster who doesn't need raw damage, but needs extra utility that specializes in helping with initiating picks and chasing people down. Moving down the list to the final utility item here is Righteous Glory, which costs 2650 gold and gives 30 armor, 10% cooldown reduction, 400 health, 100% base heal regen, and 300 mana. Its active speeds you up as long as you're running towards enemy champions for up to 4 seconds, and when you get close enough to an enemy, you emit a shockwave that slows nearby enemies down by 75% for 2 seconds, which is on a 90-second cooldown. Now, Righteous Glory is going to be the utility item that's best suited for tanks and for you yourself to be the initiator, as the item gives no AP but good durability. Its active effect is extra strong in having you yourself be the initiator for the team, hurling you fast towards your enemies and slowing them down once you get close to them. Righteous Glory has an active cooldown that's longer than Shurelya's though, and equal to Twin Shadows, being at a 90-second cooldown. One other thing to note is that Righteous Glory is the most expensive item of any of the support items series that we have covered so far, so it'll take you longer than other items to complete. Overall, Righteous Glory should be bought when you are a tank who doesn't currently need magic resist or a high amount of armor, but needs extra utility that specializes in you yourself being the initiator. Our final item tonight is the non-utility tank item Gargoyle Stoneplate, which costs 2,500 gold and gives 40 armor and 40 magic resist. Its passive gives you an additional 40 armor and 40 magic resist if there are 3 or more enemy champions nearby, and its active increases your current and maximum health by 40% and reduces your damage output by 60% for 4 seconds. If there are 3 or more enemy champions nearby, your current and maximum health is instead increased by 100%. Now, Gargoyle Stoneplate's best strength is how pure of a tank item it is. For a relatively low price for a tanking item, in team fights it can give you 80 armor, 80 magic resist, and double your health for 4 seconds. The active effect pairs really well with Locket of the Iron Solari as well, because Locket's active scales off of your bonus health, and when you activate Gargoyle and then Locket, the AoE shielding indeed gets the scaling off of the bonus health Gargoyle gave. Finally, if you start the game off with a stopwatch through the rune Perfect Timing, Gargoyle's ending price is lowered from 2,500 gold to 2,250 gold, the same price as Zeke's Convergence. Some of the weaknesses include low base stats when the active is on cooldown and when there are only 2 enemies or less around you. The item contains no health but from its active, and when you do activate Gargoyle Stoneplate's active, your damage is reduced to only 40%, so you won't be doing much damage for the next 4 seconds afterwards. Overall, Gargoyle should be bought when your team has 0 frontline but yourself, and you plan on building durable enough to be that frontline for your team. And that's it for the Utility and Miscellaneous Tank Edition of the Support Items series. If you're interested in watching the other videos in the Support Items series when they come out, check this video's description and click the link to the video you'd like to watch. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I feature support-focused League of Legends content on a weekly basis that you might very well enjoy. Please leave a like on this video as it helps me out tremendously, and hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button to keep up with the latest content that I release. Also, I have just started up a new Patreon for my channel. If you are a huge fan of the channel, I urge you to take a look at the different perks of being a Patreoner, ranging from supporting the channel for just $1 and having your name put at the end of every video when I get up to 3 patrons, all the way up to having me as a friend on League of Legends and having me review your games and putting them up on my channel. Rather than that, you have yourself a great day today. Thanks much.